Chocolate, yeah.
By the way, Irene, what what do you know about this? Do you know someone named Gina?
Gina. Oh, isn't
Sh-
that one of the sisters in the tavern?
Yes.
What about her?
I don't know. I'm just wondering if you've heard anything about her, or
Well,
if anything's come to your attention.
Jeffrey
Your brother.
seems Jeffrey seems to be convinced that she's an agent working for Strahd. Another one of those things that my father and him disagreed heavily on. He was always of the opinion that we should basically just execute them. Oh God!
Oh,
I just realized something. Oh God! I hope he's not.
what's wrong?
I just realized with my father gone, there's nothing stopping him from doing that. I really hope he's not going to do that.
Losing someone as vital and as important to you as a father is a very sobering experience. I don't think that he will do half of the rash things you expect him to do.
Maybe you're right. Maybe I should give him more credit.
I can tell you this much. I think he was right about the sisters.
Really?
Yes. I went there while you were tending to your father, along with Rika and Saban. And they were sitting out on the lawn, just having a jolly good time, socializing amongst themselves. The building was almost untouched compared to the others around it, and they didn't seem bothered in the slightest. I went there to ask for information, but I realized that there's nothing I can ask her that won't come back to bite me, so I kept it very minimal.
Hmm.
So yes, Jeffrey does know what he's doing. They're definitely not to be trusted.
Oh dear.
What would you need to know from them?
Well, she was the first contact that we made here. I went to her hoping she would be able to give us a more straightforward and safer route to Valaki, but as soon as I saw that building and as soon as I saw how calm they all were, I knew there's nothing I could ask them that wouldn't come with a price.
Hmm. Yeah, I'd say it's good that they do not necessarily know the way we're headed.
I told them we're going to be staying in the city until further notice.
Hmm.
Hmm. You know, they did take. Hmm. I wonder if it was planned. Do you think they really are spies? Like actually spies?
I would say that they would be incredibly useful. And Gina herself has spoken very highly of Strahd.
But why put three women just into? I mean, we aren't really interesting to spy on, are we? It's a very small town. Why bother?
You could
You
be one of the reasons.
I don't even go to the bar.
Joffrey does.
Hmm. Well, apparently they failed to fool the one person they were trying to.
Yeah.
Saban, I need you to be more specific. I have no idea when this was posted.
Yeah.
Was it directed at Irene or? It's quite dark out. You don't see any ribbons at first.
Can I hear anything?
From bird noises? Ah,
Yeah.
yeah, you might be able to hear some crawls in the distance, but nothing that immediately piques your interest. Saban, sure, go ahead. Right, so Septimus, Saban rolled an 8 on Insight, trying to tell if you were telling the truth about the witches say, saying about where you're going. What would he be getting out of you with an 8 in Insight?
I mean, I did tell the truth. I did go there looking for information.
So he gets the
But
impression that you're telling the truth. Good.
yes,
Yeah, so Bomb was was mainly wondering, like, is it true that they really have no idea where we might be headed?
I didn't mention anything.
Yeah.
So I said, well, mm, well, there is something, but I can't tell you that with an 8. I think
Yeah, I don't think so. Unless
we
it's a
could
straight
try
out lie,
again.
at which point I guess you need to deception.
No, it
Yeah.
wasn't.
No, we're not going to start doing that against each other.
I mean, you can roll again. I'd be more than happy to tell you.
Or you can
Oh,
ask.
Is there something on your mind, Saban?
no.
What's bizarre is that the sisters did wish me happy travels. At which point I said, I'm going to stay in Barovia, in the city of Barovia, as long as I can. So that might be concerning.
Yeah, we might want to switch to traveling on foot at some point to cut through the forests. Very easy to follow someone around if there's only one road going through the whole country.
Why is this? How come there aren't more roads?
I guess there aren't a lot of places.
Not a lot of need for it.
Yeah. How come there's two routes going to Terfals? One goes by the pool, but
I don't.
based on the map, I say it's harder terrain.
I don't really know, but it looks like it's. I know dotted here. Maybe that means that
It
it's.
usually means that it's hard terrain.
Hmm,
We could walk through there, but I don't think we can get the car through.
I don't know, but I have been told that the bandits very often roam on the high ground.
The old main road without the dots.
I think, but I'm not completely sure. It's also possible that they might be somewhere in between, looking from the high ground onto the low ground. I don't really know. Then again,
I'm not sure if that's comforting or concerning that there's still bandits in a place like this.
I I'm not worried. I'm pretty sure we don't have to worry about them. It's Strahd and his agents we need to worry about. Bandits are the least of my worries.
Yeah, bandits aren't exactly a worry, but they can still disturb the resting and so.
I don't think so.
Well, and then with the exception of you, none of us really look that rich. So, and again, if a shield is worth 100 gold,
Oh god, it's full metal armor, isn't it?
It is.
yeah.
Hmm. Do you think I should, like, not wear it?
No, I think. Well, on one hand, the dog didn't attack you. Kind of seems like Strahd doesn't want them to lay a finger on you besides to grab you.
I don't know. What if he changes his mind?
That's true, so I'd recommend wearing it, but you might want to consider something like this. Saban's SSC, Flaxsea's cloak.
Hmm.
Helps cover the armor.
Good
And a
point.
sword if you need.
And if I had it with a hood, it would also cover my identity.
Additionally, and the possibility that you remove your helmet, perhaps at some point if we can. How opposed would you be to cutting and changing your hair, disguising yourself?
Sounds like a good idea to me.
Well,
She has red hair, by the way. So,
Ah, I thought she had black.
did I say that?
No, I just kind of pictured her with black hair.
Okay.
she really strikes out considering everyone in the party is dark
Oh
hair.
yeah.
Yeah, she's she's kind of sticking out.
Yeah. Does Septimus actually have black or dark brown? Or?
Black, like jet black.
So I think Saban and Rika both have dark brown.
Yeah, I mean, Rick has. She has walnut brown. Yeah, like a darkish brown.
Yeah. Well, anyway, in the end, it means that Irene is very eye-catchy compared to us. Maybe it's a good
Yeah,
thing
but
to keep the helmet on.
Just for reference, she doesn't have a helmet.
what?
She doesn't have a helmet. At no point did I say she has a helmet.
What the fuck? We're
What's the
we're
point?
literally traveling with a beacon. It's literally like she's holding up a sign. Come and get me. Okay. We. It would be best if you covered your hair, I think.
Oh,
It's very eye-catching.
right. Sorry, I didn't think of that.
Yeah. Guess I can lend you my cloak. My armor ain't really anything fancy, so ain't gonna be that eye-catchy as that.
Thanks.
Just used to hiding my sword under it, so.
She takes it and puts it over.
Yeah. Saban looks, I guess, very weird.
He's not wearing a cloak. It's weird.
Yeah, you can see that underneath the cloak, it's actually a
A human.
red shirt. Yeah, and a red shirt. So, though it has a dark leather vest on top of it, but the sleeves are red. Oh, I suppose this isn't exactly the most effective camouflage.
as you keep riding, Rika, as you keep riding, you see in front of you a crossroads, one leading to the right and one leading to the left of the path. In the middle, however, you see a hanging tribune, a place where people were to be hanged. The noose is still hanging there, and slowly swaying in the wind as you approach the crossroads.
Okay, interesting. Hey, Irene, you know what's up with the nooses? Nice?
Oh
Noose.
yeah, right. This is where people used to be executed.
All right. So we're going left or right?
A ride is the hard path. A bit shorter. The terrain might be more difficult.
Yeah. Let's put it to a vote. Shorter and harder, or faster and easier and longer?
Which one would be the least time consuming? Is there any way to know?
Well, there's no real
Normally
way
the
to know.
shortest, but if it's hard terrain and we lose a wheel, that's gonna add a few hours.
Yeah.
Does this cart have bolts?
You go check, and it does indeed have bolts, yes.
I think the other thing is that I don't think we have the tools to repair the wheel if it comes off. Wait, technically the cart should come with one, but can't be sure.
Some birds start perching on the hanging construct.
No, I don't think we should hang by that much longer.
Septimus is staring at the birds. No, I don't think we should.
Gotta make a decision, left or right?
Left is safer, but it's gonna take more time with the ride. We might make it quicker, but if anything goes wrong, it's gonna take a longer time.
It's true, but there's possibly more things that can go wrong on the hard way.
Yeah, on the high road, supposedly the only thing there might be are bandits, and I'm pretty sure we can take care of those.
Yes, and if Strahd is waiting for us with the Force, he'd probably do it after these two converge again.
Honestly, I'm pretty sure there are no bandits.
Well then, left it is.
So, as Rika is getting the horses ready, you start going to the left then. Is that so?
Unless anyone has any thoughts against it.
Yeah, it's half less travel through the difficult road, but
So, and as you start traveling on, Septimus, behind you from the hanging construct, you hear a few cries.
I'm turning around. Is that the blue one again?
As you turn around, you see that now there is something within the noose, a person that looks exactly like your sister.
Fuck that shit. I am jumping off the cart and running towards the noose.
Oop, we're stopping the cart.
As you do, the moment you jump off the cart and you
Yes, Saban. Yep.
look back up, it's gone. And the birds start flapping up rhythmlessly, crowing as they fly away. It's just an empty noose, swaying lightly in the wind.
Saban will look at the news. I mean, technically, the thing is, how is the card? Oh, are we all facing one direction or both directions?
Oh, what do you mean?
How is the seating? Is it like? I'm sorry, I'm gonna draw on your map.
Oh no. Yeah, it's kind of.
Driver seat there.
Mhm.
Then the seating, is it like there's a set of seats facing that direction and a set of seats
Yeah,
facing that?
precisely. It is like that.
Okay, so Saban would be on this side.
Hmm. You didn't
So,
see anything.
yep.
I would like to go to the noose, please.
Okay, Rika Saban, you see Septimus just starts walking towards the noose.
Septimus?
He's not answering. He's off.
Saban looks at Irene with a puzzled look.
Is she alright? He,
So it's not anything that you know is staying with the news.
the noose? No. Well, no.
All right, wait here and Rika, whistle if you need help. Saban gives out his whistle to Rika.
Yep.
Yellow whistle, whichever you have the time for.
Be careful.
Yeah, Saban gets out of the cart, takes out his shield, carries the sword in the cloth he has wrapped around it,
Mhm.
starts following Septimus.
Septimus, you have now arrived at the noose.
I would like to check on the wood of the noose if there is at any point, at any place, names written down of the people who have died on that noose.
Interesting.
Some people do that.
Uh, no, there sadly isn't.
Doesn't feel like it's been used recently.
Ooh, interesting. Roll investigation.
'22.
This noose has been used, but it is very, very old. The last time it had been used must probably be at least a few months ago. You suspect that this noose itself is so old that there's probably been a lot of people who got hanged with it. And mysteriously, it doesn't show any sign of, well, breaking. It just looks like a very old rope noose. Worn out by the elements, but not breaking.
Is it one of those nooses that have kind of a trap door where you fall and you break your neck, or is
Yes.
it? Okay. Um. Can I check to see if I can find anything that might have belonged to my twin or something that gives me a vibe?
Roll investigation. No, not really. This place looks like it hasn't been used in any official uh, capacity in a long time. You do notice there's a few blood spills here and there that seem more recent than the whole thing seems to be old, which indicates that perhaps some people have used it in unofficial capacities before. But other than that, you don't find any sign as to who has used it. Actually,
I'm gonna look.
let me backtrack on that. You do find one thing.
Okay.
Nearby, on a nearby nail is standing out of it. You find a very odd piece of cloth hanging from it. It's very colorful, as in it has many different colors in it, but it has dulled out of age or being worn out from many elements. Saban, you reach where Septimus is standing, and he seems to look absolutely puzzled at the news.
You all right?
Yeah, yeah. I. I'm fine. I'm alright.
Or do you wanted to get away from the news?
I'm gonna look up at the birds. Are they still hanging there?
Nope,
You know.
they flew away quite quickly when you started jumping off the wagon.
I just thought I thought I saw. I thought I saw my twin hanging.
I was facing the news the whole time. I did not see a thing.
Maybe it's stress. Maybe it's stress. You know, maybe it's. Maybe I just need rest. Maybe the fight's. Maybe the fight got to me more than I thought. He's gonna put the piece of fabric in his breast pocket. I'm sorry about that. Let's go back.
Oh, it's fine.
So you all get back into the cart and you start going again. You give one last look to the news, as if making sure that nothing happens again. And then you look forward as you travel up the mountainside. And this